So because I think we ran this for a while now. So I guess my first question is like what do you most like about kind of the system, what we're doing, things that you like or don't like? What are some things that you have seen with us that you've seen over time? You're like, oh crap, this is awesome.
So, given this is a super terrible time in the market, you guys definitely performed. I mean, your CRMs, if I didn't have another CRM, I would have used that wholeheartedly just because you have everything in that you'd ever need. Database, construction, email marketing, whatever you want to do, that CRM has the capability of doing it. You guys built out an amazing system. Um, You guys did also, I got multiple leads. I think I had inside of 60 days over 100 leads. And I pretty much, it paid for itself inside of the first 30, 45 days. So, I mean, I
Great.
didn't I didn't get super rich on it, and I'm not saying that I was expecting that in this market, but I know in a normal market, there's no freaking way that this thing wouldn't destroy everybody.
Mhm.
It was really fruitful. I mean, and that's not to say I'm not going to be rich on it because I do have about 10 shoppers still out there just looking for homes because of the system. I did have two loans closed because of the system, and that covered the initial fee, and it also covered all the marketing through the first initial 6 months. So
Wow.
right now it's a break even. I have 10 shoppers out of the system. I mean, if that truly works, and even if I close half of those, then the system paid for itself and probably an extra 15, 20 grand. So
Wow. And how long have you been with us? Like 2 months, 3 months?
like 390 days, just
Oh wow.
almost four, like I think end of February, I think is 6 months, something like
Got
that.
it.
So yeah.
And what specifically were you doing? Because there's a lot of different people that take things a different way and they follow up differently. What were you doing so well that I think that would make you have better numbers than most people? Like what did you do specific that made you so consistent?
So I just always So my issue is my like everything came through on a ghost number, whatever. It was just through the system, everything's fine. You get the text lead, and then the system will set up an appointment. But what I would look at and see if they responded to the system, then I would immediately interject with my personal phone, send them a text and say, "Hey, listen, let's move this conversation here. This is my personal number. You're talking to my back office, and I want to make sure you talk to me directly." Stuff
Mhm.
like that. And that was really helpful in people actually getting people captured, and then just try to book a call. See if they want to have a phone call immediately. If not, a lot of people are kind of gun shy. I would say like if they hit this thing on Facebook or social media, wherever they're finding the ads at on Google. I mean, they're gun shy if you call them right away from a number that's not through the system. Uh, and also, I mean, they're gun shy because they're like, I filled this out. I didn't even know what I was doing. So there's conversations like that too. But I would say, out of the 100 plus leads, I'd say there was 20 solids, which is
Mhm.
a good number. I mean, for something like this, if you can approach, 3, 4, 5%, you're doing a good job. But you guys are batting around 20, so it's 3x.
Awesome. Awesome.
Ah,
That's great.
it's so great.
Um, that's a really good numbers because a lot of people do kind of take things differently. And so when you have a solid foundation like you have, it takes you into a different direction. So it's really nice to hear that.
Mhm.
And I guess kind of just one thing kind of leading off of that is, let's say an LO were to come in and they're on the fence of joining our program or they're just on the fence of is lead gen right for them, right? What kind of advice would you give them in terms of joining us and just in general getting to lead gen?
My biggest issue amongst loan officers is that all they want to do is go talk to an agent where, in this day and age, an agent, I never want to talk to agents. I'd rather get the clients in and give them to the agents. And that's what the system does. So my best recommendation for anyone onboarding is just bite the bullet and do it, but actually use the system and do it. I mean, you can't just have phone numbers come in and expect it to work because you're golfing on a Tuesday and you're lazy and you don't want to make phone calls. Or you don't want to import these contacts and add it to a drip email marketing campaign. If you don't want to do those things, then the system's not for you. You're not going to be successful.
Hmm.